What's up, Internet? Cory here, collecting with Cory. We're back, hopefully, a weekend adventure in video game hunting. We're heading into the Flea market on Friday. I'm going camping this weekend, so not really sure how much weekend adventure game hunting we're gonna get, but we'll try our best. Let's go. Left my number. This estate sale / storage locker thing going on back here. It's funny. I'm in the middle of telling them I'm looking for video games, which I'm looking for. Fucking old man, definitely past his 60s, comes up with a piece of paper. He's writing stuff down on it. He's just like, I'm looking for video games, Nintendo, Sega. It's like, am I competing with everybody in the fucking world now? Like, you can't even, like, eyeball somebody and know that they're looking for video games? It's gotta be every fucking person in the world? What the hell? Okay, kind of weird. Going out running that tag sale, also nothing worth getting at that tag sale. We got nada. That's pretty much it for garage sales this Friday. I don't really have any others that are in my area that makes sense to go to. It's about 9 o'clock. I'm gonna hit a few thrift stores on the way home. but you won't be seeing those in this video. And I'm going to see if for the first time ever, or almost ever, I can actually record a little bit of camping. Because usually I say like, oh, I'm going to do a vlog about camping. I just like, no, I didn't do it. But I don't do weekly vlogs anymore, so we'll see how it goes. Hopefully, it's a pretty rural area of Connecticut, but I'm going to try and go garage sailing Saturday morning also. We'll see how it goes. Now, like I said, we're going to try garage sailing. Walking up on this one in the sticks. Look at all these trees. Look at all these trees. Good morning. You'll make it?
Everything you see is for sale, feel free to pick. See something you like, shoot me an offer. Everything in the garage as well, everything outside.
Do you have any video games for sale?
We do. Yeah, please. There's some projectors over there on the right, some Kodak chevrons.
Surprisingly, we found some stuff. Oh no. You can see it back there. You'll see it in the pickup video. It's 7 o'clock in the morning. All the other sales in this general area don't start until 9 or 9:30. So we're gonna take a little break, probably head to Walmart, see if we can kill some time. Maybe head back to the campsite, I don't know. Breakfast going around the campfire.
Joe, on your way, everything's out.
I want my banana.
Fuck your banana. No, literally. Ease yourself down on it. Really, really slowly. Bring another tray of eggs, please.
Ray's here. What? Ray's here. We know that. That's how I know.
Some guy just drove past and said that there were bears on the other side of the road, 3 of them. You can kind of see them, but I can't really catch it on film.
There's one moving right there. See him?
Yeah, I can't see him anymore. Yeah, I can't see him at all. I'm not going any closer, obviously. I'm a fucking dumbass.
Oh, Sharon's staring at you.
Can you see it?
Trying to. Yeah.
How many did you guys see?
4. I saw 4. No, 4. I watched all 4 of them cross the street. 2 bigger ones have collars on them.
Dad's probably like, what the fuck?
Get on my shoulders. Because we'll be able to get away. Guys. Because I only see 1. I don't know where the other 3 are.
One went in the same direction that that one's walking.
Towards us? Oh, towards the...
Right.
Guys, once again, our seasonal flea market has decided to bitch out and close because there's droplets of rain. And honestly, it's not even something that's showing up on my weather app. It's just supposed to be cloudy. So, once again, we're heading to our regular flea market. We're going to hope for the best because we haven't hit them since Friday? Did I go there Friday? I literally can't remember if I went there on Friday. But it does suck that we did cut camping short by a day, given we saw some other fucking bears yesterday, so we already had slept in the car because we were too lazy to blow up the air mattress, and sleeping on the air mattress isn't great to begin with, to be honest. But we slept in the car the night before, and seeing bears and potentially going to this flea market this morning on opening day had us come home from camping a day early, basically. Or, like, 12 hours early, basically. So, let's see what we find. Yeah, the vast majority of the bears here. Not even open. Very, very slim pickings, but we're gonna head to breakfast. take you along for the ride. Maybe if I remember. And after that, it's still pretty early in the day. There should be some Sunday only tag sales we're gonna try and hit. This is garage sale. They look like they might be more outdoor type people, so if I have children. Holy poop. Price stuff. How much are you asking for the games?
$20 for the unit?
How much for the whole box?
$100. You got Genesis, Nintendo, PlayStation, Super Nintendo, and Nintendo only. Like games for the system. All the wires and controllers and stuff are in there.
PS2 stuff.
No games for Nintendo or the Super Nintendo or Genesis? Maybe someone already took all of them. Someone must have taken all the games. Gotcha.
Well, not the best deal, $70, but we got 4 systems. I don't know if we'll have any complete systems based on what I saw in there, but we'll see in the pickup. Alright guys, let's take a look at what I was able to find on this Weekend Adventure and Video Game Hunting, the Camping Edition 2018. Ended up hitting our flea market on Friday. This was before we went camping. We went camping Friday afternoon into Saturday, and then left Saturday night because we wanted to hit our normal flea market, or our usual seasonal flea market that ended up canceling, which sucked. But anyway, I was able to pick up this Wolverine action figure, OG Wolverine kinda. Has his retractable claws, which I think are pretty cool. Missing, I think, whatever mask he was supposed to have. I don't think he came just like this. I feel like he would have had some sort of mask, but you know, maybe not. I think I had this guy back in the day. I definitely remember him. And that was it. That was it for Friday. It was looking pretty grim. Our only hope for Weekend Adventure actually being a thing this week is if the Saturday garage sales in some part of Connecticut that's really remote and I've never been to before were actually decent. And luckily they kind of were. I'm still kind of trying to evaluate that. On Saturday we went to a video game garage sale, or at least one that was listing video games. First thing in the morning, we actually got there at like 6:45 because it said they open at 7. Let's take a look at what they had. Alright, we are back. Coffee in hand. Here we go. Alright, this first box here. As well as this bag here of Game Gear stuff is what we were able to walk away with from that first garage sale. Now, luckily, in this area, at least on this day, I did not get to hear the phrase, "You're the third, you're the fourth, you're the second, whatever number person to ask about video games." Did not hear that once in this area. So, let's go through what we got. For everything I got at this garage sale, I believe we paid $63 total. Yeah, I think it was $63 total for everything here. And everything was kind of strewn about. The first thing I found at the garage sale was the Wii that's in here, as well as the Wii games and the Xbox 360 games. Then he brought out the Sega Game Gear, and then I wandered over across the garage and I found the PS2. So let's get into it. Just gonna start pulling stuff out of here. Unfortunately, I haven't checked the system yet. Has Wii Sports and Wii Sports Resort. Wii Sports is right there. Wii Sports Resort is nowhere to be found. I'm hoping it might be in the system. For simplicity's sake, I'm gonna go from the top. Unfortunately, some of these cases are empty, so they're fucking worthless. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas for the 360. Oh, I'm surprised I didn't know that they released that on the 360. Grand Theft Auto 5, and of course, it's missing the play disc, because why would we have the play disc? Some Wii garbage, the U-Draw garbage, can't even trade that in the GameStop. Pets, Crazy Monkeys, Wii Play, Ultimate I Spy, Big Brain Academy Wii Degree, Disc Only, Fallout New Vegas, probably the best 360 game in the entire stack. Far Cry 3, it's in there, it's worth like $1.20 to GameStop. Call of Duty Black Ops 3, also another one that I think is worth about $1.20 to GameStop. Another $1.20 game at GameStop, Assassin's Creed, the original. Batman Arkham Asylum, the 3D edition, probably another $1.20 at GameStop. And Just Dance Kids. This one's actually probably the better value game. I think it's worth like $4.80 to GameStop. Let's see, what else do we have here? The PS2, like I said, that was thrown in, has a PS1 memory card, what is attached to this? A PS2 DualShock. All the cords are kind of tangled, and the labeling on the bottom of the system is kind of coming off. It is a different edition of PS2 Slim than I usually get. Might be hard to tell in the video, but this is like glossy on this side. I believe the other ones I've come across are usually just a matte finish on both sides. I don't know if there's any difference. If you know in the comments, let me know. It did come with a game inside, however it's kind of useless because it's Metal Gear Solid, and it's only disc 1. And of course, there's nowhere here that disc 2 was, so I got all that, as well as a bunch of other cables that I have no idea what are to. Some sort of power cable, some sort of RCA adapter. I have no idea what all this other junk is. Some Wii garbage that will go directly in the garbage. I don't know what the literal fuck this is. The cord just keeps continuing. More garbage. Don't know what that is. One of the items, the only item I really paid an individual price for, $3 for a see-through blue PS2 DualShock. Found this while we were leaving the sale. It was just in a box. Actually, I think it might have been the first item I saw, and then when I asked about video games, I forgot about it because he brought me into the shed and away from the others, from the, that controller. Oh, fuck. Well, the main thing I got at that sale was a blue Wii. Unfortunately, he looked it up, because I think I mentioned something about not seeing this color very often. He's just like, oh, let me look it up. And he found out it was one of the more expensive ones, but he had quoted me the price of like $25 or $35 on it, I think. And he decided to stick to that price rather than raise it once he saw what it was going for, which I appreciated. However, I don't know if it works, still have to test it. Hoping it has a game in there. Might actually just plug it in right now and find out. Except it does not have a power cable with it. So, it's not even a complete Wii, as it turns out. It has the AV cables and the sensor bar. And the controller it came with, but it's missing. And the controller it came with, but it is missing the battery cover. There's one more game in there that was underneath the system, Pet Cats 2. Let's see if it's in there. It is. Enjoy. A couple of regular Wiimotes, a pair. And yeah, that is it from that. Let's take a look at the Game Gear, which oddly enough was actually my main reason for actually purchasing the stuff from the guy. Because you got the Game Gear bag, of which I actually have another one that I have up for sale for about $20. Which is about what they go for. Let's see, is there anything back here? Just realized there's all these pouches I didn't actually check. See if there's any bonuses in here. Of course not. Not going to be that lucky. The Game Gear, I don't remember the exact situation, if it was already out there, if you brought it out, or what. But it has a bunch of games that I actually don't have, and I kind of have a decent Game Gear collection. So let's take a look. What the fuck is this? Some sort of remote that will go straight into the garbage. Let's take a look at the system first. Don't know if it works. Have to put new batteries in it and see. It is missing one of the battery covers. It does have batteries in it, but like I said, not turning on. It did spark a red light for power when I did try it the first time, but then never again. So who knows? Let me take these out, check for corrosion. I'm not seeing any corrosion, which is a good sign, but Game Gears are always notorious for having really bad screens. And probably some sort of blown, what is that, capacitor that can be replaced or fixed. Not by me. I don't know how to do that shit. But main reason I picked it up was the games. He had quoted the price of $20 for the Game Gear bundle, which is why I picked it up. A Game Gear itself, I wouldn't pay much more than $5 for in any condition, to be honest, unless it was some color that I don't have. Like, I have the blue one, I have a black one in the box. There are a lot of other colors for the Game Gear. I would like to get them, but kind of hard to find. What do we have here? Oh, we have a car adapter. That's cool. That's cool. I could have tested this in the car. that's actually something that's going to be useful. Not that I'm going to pick up a whole bunch of Game Gears and need a car adapter to test them, but just in general. Onto the games. We have Outrun, which I may or may not have. I'm not actually sure. So I'm pretty sure I don't have, because I've never seen it. True Lies. We got Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Super Space Invaders, which is a toss-up. Might have that one. Tom and Jerry the movie, which I'm pretty sure I don't have. NBA Action. I'm pretty sure I don't have that. A literally chewed through the Majors Pro Baseball. Like, there's actual, like, teeth marks through the cartridge right there. PGA Tour Golf. NFL 95. And the main reason I picked it up, because oddly enough it was like the first game I looked up. I'm not sure why. The Lost World, Jurassic Park. This game goes for about $15 to $20 on its own. And unfortunately, out of all these games, that's the one he also looked up right away too. So he was telling me it was like a $20, $25 game, because of course people don't know how to actually use eBay. So let me know what you think about that pickup there. I think I spent $63 total, like I said. I think it was $20 for the Game Gear bundle, $10 for the PS2 Slim, and then the rest of the stuff would have been $33, so a great deal. Not really, but if I can sell the Wii and keep some of the Game Gear games for myself, I think that's kind of going to be breaking even. Now, that would be an interesting find for the weekend, honestly, because, well, for one, I wasn't really expecting to find much while we were garage sailing in such a remote location. But because we came home early for our flea markets that ended up getting rained out, we did hit up a few garage sales. Now, this was something I really wasn't expecting, was to find yet another box of systems and other stuff. Like, what the fuck? 2 big boxes of systems, same week. And this one's a little bit better. This one we had to pay a little bit more for. However, I don't think we have all the connections or controllers for everything that's in here. And the way it sounded, they did have games for these systems, but I guess their brother-in-law or her brother-in-law came over and picked up the games. I guess he had no interest in the systems. He probably is just a casual collector, maybe not even a collector, you know? So I'm gonna go ahead and do this. This is fucking heavy, I can't hold it there. And as far as going through stuff beforehand, I ain't done that. All I know that's in here, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 systems, I believe, a whole bunch of controllers, some hookups, and some random PS2 garbage that the guy obviously didn't want either. So you got NASCAR 07. Yeah, it's complete. Yay. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 09 All Play. Of course it's in there. Madden 2003. Of course. GoldenEye Rogue Agent. That one I might actually hold on to. I don't think I have that. Tiger Woods PGA Tour 06. Although with these kind of games, like for the older systems, I don't know if he would have had much that I was looking for. I'm going to read the title of all these. Yeah, another Madden. And another Tiger Woods. And of course they're all complete, because who wouldn't have complete in-box sports games. Now, let's take a look at the systems. First up, we have yet another, I say yet another because I feel like I have a ton of these, Model 2 Sega Genesis. Looks to be in pretty good cosmetic condition. Kind of has, I don't know, a more matte finish than I'm used to seeing. A half and half Super Nintendo with, what the fuck is this on the bottom? A thumbtack? Like a thumbtack on the bottom. Why? See if I can pry that out. Oh no. Why is it missing some screws? So in addition to having a thumbtack in the bottom, looks like it's missing a screw here, and it's missing a screw here. So you pry that out. And I don't know, it seems to have just been an inconsequential thumbtack. Like, all the ports seem like they're okay. Although the RF out port looks like it might have a spider cobweb inside of it. Other than that, it doesn't seem to be in the worst condition. Up, we have an N64, and of course, only a jumper pack. I have 1, 2, 3, and one in the box, and of course, not one of them has an expansion pack. I'm almost afraid to touch the reset button, because with my luck, it's gonna stick. Watch. Oh, sweet, a non-sticking reset button, so I can actually test this and make sure it works. I am like 99.9% sure it will. Maybe not after that drop, because every N64 I ever test ends up working. You have an NES with a whole menagerie of stickers on it. You have some Nintendo ones that make sense. You have an awful lot. I'm an awful lot. I don't know what that means. 1988, the Energy Source Education Program. Win with Mario sticker, and a whole bunch of postcard-looking stickers all over the place. And of course, because our luck is not going that good, no game. No game in there. Unfortunately, the brother-in-law probably checked the system for the game. And the last one in there, and like I said, there's definitely two different kinds of PS2 Slims, because all these fucking cords are gonna piss me off. Actually, it's too late, they already did. The one I got on Saturday has a glossy finish on this side, and also like a strip down the middle. I don't know, like they're just two different styles. I'm not really sure what the difference is between them. Like this one has a different power adapter also. I don't know. I really don't know. I feel like this one's probably a newer model here. I didn't check for a game. No game in there. It would have just been a shitty PS2 sports title anyway, so I'm not really concerned. PS2 memory card in there. And I'm going to rifle through these accessories because there's a ton of them. We have a PS1 controller, a light blue see-through, a force pack for the N64 with corroded as fuck batteries in there, probably trash. Some sort of Radio Shack RF modulator. Don't know what the fuck that is. The PS2 power cord. One, two Super Nintendo controllers. zapper, another DualShock, some bullshit third-party PS2 controller with some rubber grips on the side, another DualShock, hookups, one NES controller. For Sega controllers down here. Alright, we got a third-party ASCII-Pad MD and a regular Sega Genesis controller 3-button, and a whole bunch of hookups and wires for the rest of the stuff that you probably don't want to sit through. So, I believe that is all I got on this weekend adventure. Actually, some real quick recoupers. Picked up a few hockey pucks, Toronto Maple Leafs and Carolina Hurricanes. I was able to sell a Mighty Ducks puck for like $15 a month ago, so I decided to pick up hockey pucks whenever they're super cheap, just in case. And a Sony Walkman, which I have yet to test out. And I'm not sure if it works. Has batteries, does not power on. We'll see, but this should yield about $20 if it works. Probably a little bit less just because of the scuffed up condition. But that is going to do it for this weekend adventure in video game hunting. Like the video, subscribe if you're new. You can go check me out on Patreon. I'd really appreciate it. Big shout out to my 2 Patreon supporters, Todd Herbert and Dr. Doge Productions. And as always, keep it real, Internet. I love you guys.